Hi Leo, and welcome to your first Zodiac Teroscope reading for February. Okay, we are going to be talking today about present, past, focus, future. So remember, you can watch Leo if you are a Leo sun, a Leo moon, or a Leo rising. And if you have your Venus in Leo, you can look at this from a relationship perspective, and that can be any type of relationship. So let's get right into this. We're going to take a look at your present situation. And then we're going to clarify with the Psychic Tarot, okay? So first card out, we're just kind of looking at a snapshot, or what is your present situation, the energy around it. Wow, it is grace within the chaos, okay? I'm just going to read this. It says, accepting life's complexities, the seduction of distraction, right? Is kind of like the two ways to look at it, right? So let's just put this here and let's get a tarot to go with it. So there's some chaos maybe going on right now. Maybe some things that, you weren't anticipating, and you're just trying to keep it together, Leo, okay? That's what you're trying to do here. You're trying to accept it. But the chaos maybe is at times takes over. So let's see. Let's get a tarot out here and let's see what it says. Patience and planning. I love it always amazes me sometimes when you pull cards and the colors even come out and are almost like a reference or confirming what is said. But here we have patience and planning. This is like the Seven of Pentacles. Once you plant those seeds and you get everything moving and going, and then it's the nurturing, the caring, planning. When is the harvest going to be ready? When am I going to be able to plant more, etc., etc. So I feel like what they're trying to say here is, in your present situation, there needs to be patience. Yes, that's the only way you're going to keep grace within the chaos, okay? But also planning. Maybe some of this chaos comes from a lack of planning, Leo. Okay, a lack of having a schedule, a lack of, and this can be in different areas of your life, of just not taking the time to plan ahead. Whatever it is, this is what they're talking about for your current energy, okay? So if this is resonating, it's resonating with you, right? Now, let's go on to what past energies could be influencing this. Kind of almost like a cause, but we'll see. It's been different in different piles. Into the unknown. Well, the first thing that popped into my head is sometimes you just like diving into the unknown, Leo. But when that happens, it causes the chaos, right? Because there was no planning, there was no patience, it was impulsive. You were going in blindfolded, okay? But it's another 7 here, which is interesting because I feel that does go back to the planning. And I want to say caring for yourself and nurturing yourself, and making a plan can be exactly that, Leo. It's taking care of yourself. But let's get a tarot for this because this is interesting. But I almost feel, Leo, and this can very much be you, that you want to fly by the seat of your pants and just dive into the unknown without much preparation. So if you're experiencing this chaos and you're trying to, keep the patience, keep the grace, keep the peace, whatever it is, stay on an even keel, and it may not be working out for you quite right, you may want to revisit here. Past energies, look, new beginnings. Maybe in the past it's worked out for you this way. Maybe in the past, this is what you've always done, and it always just kind of worked out. Things would take off. It would be stepping out into a new beginning. All right. But I feel in this present situation, that isn't working for you. Okay. So let's talk about what you need to focus on. And I'm just going to pull these a little bit closer. And excuse the dishwasher in the back. You know, sometimes multiple things have to happen at once. Oh, waking the lion. Well, that is you. Almost makes me feel like sometimes, you know, just jumping in without any planning or foresight. And they're saying, no, you need to take, with waking the lion, I feel, control of the situation. You need to focus on taking control, that patience, that planning. One of these messages may resonate for you, Leo. Maybe all of them will, okay? It is tying neatly into its own little story here, isn't it, right? Oh, this card just come out. Spiritual strength. Call on spirit, God, source, universe, whomever it is for you, and ask them to come in and help you with this. Now, this here, spiritual strength, is, I'm always confused by these borders. I want to say, is this like the 9 of, I gotta look at the different colors so I can see. Oh, I think that's considered the violet, yes. So this is the 9 of Wands. Yeah, you know what? Sometimes you've been carrying stuff around, and sometimes you do things just out of necessity, okay? Just out of necessity. But I almost feel like it's starting to catch up with you here. And it's starting to cause a little bit of chaos. So they want you to lay down. In the past, whatever it is that you were able to do and accomplish, that's great. You know what? It just needs to be tweaked a little bit for your future, for your for your present situation and moving into the future, all right? And they're saying, just lay down those old ways. You know what? Focus on taking charge. Because let's face it, if a lion were to walk into a room, guess who would be in charge? The lion, right? So it's almost like you need to take charge. You need to have some planning here. There's no more just going by the seat of your pants. So lay that down, okay? It worked before, it doesn't work now. Now, let's get some advice or guidance in order to help you shift your focus to this. And it said, if the wild ones come with sticks. That is so, yeah. So what if they do? What if all this chaos is coming with little sticks and they're beating their own drums and you're trying to just, I don't know, you're just trying to, again, stay out of the chaos. I almost feel like this is the chaos. And they're saying, so here's all the little, okay, here's all the little wild ones, all right? And the drum, actually, though, is a butterfly, which I want to say is transformation. But look at that peaceful, serene look on the little drum butterfly's face. That's saying you need to be that. They can beat on you all they want. They can poke their sticks. They can get their jabs. They can, you know, push your buttons, whatever it is. But you are going to remain calm. You're going to have grace. I love it within the chaos. So you need to shift your focus. Instead of reacting, you're this. Okay? Now, let's look at what will be the possible future outcome. Oh, sorry, did I not pull a card with that? No, I didn't. Let me pull a tarot with that. Prosperity begins. See the hands coming together? See, I love this because this is the Ace of Pentacles. New beginning all around, okay? It is a new beginning, but a planned new beginning, a calm new beginning this time. But the hands are coming together. You know, it's not all the little wild ones. They're dropping their sticks, right? Or at least you have to look at it that way. They're not coming at me with their sticks. We need to find common ground here so we can plant our pentacles together and reap the harvest or the reward together. Okay, now, what is the possible future outcome if you shift your focus to this. If you do, unfinished symphony, I feel like it can be an endless melody, right? It can be endless. It will just go on and on, right? That peace, that harmony, that love will just go on and on. It will really switch things around from going in, blindfolded and having all this chaos. I love that. But what if you don't shift your focus? What if you stay in the chaos? What if you keep jumping in with the blindfold on? A change in the wind. With this card here, it just almost makes me feel like, with a change in the wind, it's just that every time the wind changes, so does all of this. And that's what causes chaos, right? Like, think every time you just get something all swept up or all put away, or you just get all the snow shoveled, and then the wind changes and it's that light fluffy snow and it blows it everywhere, and now it's drifting in new places. That's what I feel that it would be. It's just going to be chaos, but in a different place. It's like the zebra has a little house strapped to his back and he just keeps moving with the wind. And I feel like that's what the chaos, it would just move from one place to another place to another place. You would never know which direction which direction is it coming from? Is it coming at you from, Leo? That's what I feel. It would be like all these little wild ones would just be coming in. It was funny, I was watching, I'm going through the Star Wars trilogy, or not trilogy anymore, but the Star Wars movies now, and I just ended on the Return of the Jedi with all the little Ewoks and all of their, they have all their little spears and sticks, right? That's what it would remind me of. That's what popped into my head. It would just be like a bunch of little Ewoks coming at you from every direction. And you would, it would just, again, be chaos. So I feel like this is very good. I feel like, I know right now it may feel like there's some chaos, but they're giving you the tools, patience, planning, taking control, dropping out the old way of doing things, which is this, and how to act when those little wild ones or those little Ewoks come at you with their little spears and sticks, right? Because when you learn to be calm, when you learn to have grace within the chaos, that's when everything changes and new things begin for you. And maybe for some of you, it's prosperity. It could be money that starts coming in for you, right? It could be abundance in different ways in your life, but that's what it is. So I hope that you enjoyed this, Leo. If you did, hit that like button, please. And you know what? If you need further advice or guidance, then please go to one of my other readings, whatever you feel called for. Look for your rising sign, your sun sign, your moon sign, or Venus, whatever sign you have Venus in, and go and watch there, because maybe you will pick up some other tidbits of advice and guidance for yourself regarding your present situation. But there can be a good future outcome here if you're willing to work with this energy. Thank you, and I'll see you in my next reading.